Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Buster Screen is able to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Alert. Ran.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No score after one on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
You go tight. Ran, tough. Hey, Haywood. Ran, tough.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Trubisky to throw. Going up top for Miller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. is not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, 18. Five.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Here's Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a third and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Trubisky to throw again. Finding Gabriel, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our play. First down and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That was really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 54. General West, 54. I'm coming after him.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 36, 36.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
54.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Trubisky will throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
And let's pin him here back and go full strength.
Blue.
Hey, exit. 54's Mike.
Check down.
Now Trubisky. Going for it all. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 31, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I tell you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue draw quarters.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Check. He's coming.
Ran. Blue. Hey, wahoo!
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Jackson. Flush to his right. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bears 7,
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, high 7.
Check.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check.
Ran, throw.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Mike 58 right there. Bandit. Bandit.
Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Ready?
58, come on. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Tight dog.
Switch.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
I'm coming after you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 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 check. Watch the eye.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Cousins now. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go, go.
You.
Hey, alert.
Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing now is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it. It got his man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 49-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.